Stuart, we'll start on the result and the performance today. What did you make of it?
Yeah, just really disappointed, Scotty, if I'm being honest with you. I know it's the final day and normally you try and encapsulate a season when you speak in front of yourselves, but I'm really disappointed with the game today, no question about that. The 2 goals we concede are really avoidable. It's been that aspect that we know has been an Achilles heel over the course of the season. The first goal's got quality in it, of course, for Graham Carey, beautiful ball into the box, but I think it can be avoided before that, just in our shape and our set-up. And then the second goal, quite clearly we have to deal with that situation better, defend first and then ask questions later. It's that old saying, and we don't, and we give St Johnstone real encouragement in a game which probably could have and should have been that wee bit more nervy for them. We miss a penalty in there, and then we have a flurry of chances at the start of the second half, and you just feel that if one of those hits the back of the net, then we get a real lift. It doesn't come, it's not there. We stop doing the things that were starting to create chances for us in the game, and ultimately it just petered out a little bit for me. I'm glad in many ways that the last actions to score a goal, but it's certainly not the result I wanted the Motherwell supporters going home with tonight, because I wanted to almost reward them for the support that they've shown myself, the staff and the players, which is unwavering, but it's a little bit disappointing, just particularly on this game.
It'll probably be quite hard just now because we're in the eye of the storm of this match, but how would you summarise this season as a whole? Does this result today leave a little bit of a bitter taste for you?
Yeah, listen, I think one of the things I've banged on about recently has been that we're third top goal scorers in the league. So I think that shows you that we do play good football. I think it shows you that we have scored some sensational goals and we carry a real threat at the top end of the pitch. The bit that's undoubtedly frustrated me has been at times the goals we concede against the run of play. I think today was possibly another example of that, where neither team really had a grip on the game at that point. We concede from a situation which is avoidable. So that's been the frustration, but my overriding thought in the season has been is that big moment emerging out of what was a really poor run for us and not winning in 15 games, as it were. We don't shy away from it, we don't hide from it, but I think the pivotal bit is probably showing the characteristics of what this football club's been built on, and that's sticking together. Not just with the players, myself, the staff, but the supporters as well. They've been brilliant in that. They've been really good. There's been had to be a lot of patience in there as well. But since the turn of the year, Scotty, I think the report card reads pretty good. There's been disappointing games, disappointing results, but from my side of things, we weren't coming down to that last few seconds to try and stay in this division. But I have to also reassure people that my ambitions for this club is way higher than just being comfortable and just staying in the league. Amazing achievement as it is that Motherwell's been in the top flight for so long. Ultimately, we want to try and be that top 6 club, and we want to be a club that has runs in those cup competitions, tries to get the supporters to Hampden. That may all sound pie in the sky, that may all sound that I'm getting slightly carried away with myself, but I think if we tweak certain aspects to what we do and make improvements in certain areas, then we give ourselves every chance of doing so. A lot of good, some bits that have really frustrated me, and amongst that, I'm looking forward to the summer to try and reset, and I'm looking forward to next season, and I think it becomes an exciting one for us as a football club, that we go and try and reach those goals that we'll set right at the start of the season.
Just finally, Stuart, as well, football's now finished, so we are in that summer period. Recruitment is always going to be something that's talked about. What can supporters expect this summer? Is there going to be a transition of players? Is there going to be a lot in, a lot out?
Yeah, there will be. There will be, simple terms. We've been really active in that and trying to build a picture of what the situation looks like. As soon as you have that stability in the division, that lets you kind of ramp that up as well and have more conversations with current players and potential players that you may look to bring to the football club. So from my side, yeah, there will be players that will move on, there's no question of that. We'll make that announcement as quick as we possibly can, and there'll be a level of clarity on that. But I think you guys have been here longer than I have, and the supporters certainly longer again. And there's always change at a club like Motherwell. A lot of that change will be for the good, Scotty, and I mean that purely on the basis that players have performed exceptionally well, and they've caught the eye of other football clubs. Always we would like to do that with a fee and something that can support us in the long term. But there will be change, but from my side of it, I then start to relish that challenge. I don't start licking my wounds and start feeling sorry for myself. If we lose players such as we did last season in a 29-goal striker, the question and the challenge was always put to us, how would we replace that? I think we've done that pretty well this season, but we have to make sure that we're on our toes and we're proactive in trying to make sure we put the best squad together to try and entertain the home fans when we play here at Fir Park.
Thanks for your time, Stuart.
Cheers, Scott.